Yes.
Breaker TV is broadcasting NPAFInc, Daily Motion, Nemo TV, Africa TV, Periscope, Piyush Juneja's timeline, NPAFInc, YouTube timeline. We are also available on Twitch. Ayush Darpan is live broadcasting. Ayush Darpan and Dr. Naveen Bhai and all the friends across the globe for Ayurvedic medicine. The format of today's presentation will be my name is Pranav. I'm hosting these two elite faculties from the branch of Ayurveda. I myself am a graduate of Ayurvedic medicine. It's a different story that I did not practice, but it seems that we are on our way. And dear friends, we will start today's proceedings with an auspicious prayer, without which no Ayurvedic proceedings or conference ever start with. As it is said in Yajurveda, that Natvamaham Kami Rajyam Na Swargam Na Punarbhavam Kami Duktaptanam Praninam Arti Nashanam. I am reciting Ayurveda almost after 25 years of my career, and if I commit any unintended mistake, I stand corrected always by two elite faculties. It means, dear friends, that not for me the kingdom of earth, nor the glories of life hereafter, nor shall I ever sit absolute sublime into bliss, for all thy creatures suffering here in unsufferable torments. And we take this opportunity to convey our prayers for the people suffering through different infections all over the world. And for this, we have brought two elite faculties from India today, all the way from Uttaranchal, and second faculty is from Ghaziabad, Delhi. They will embolden the audience of alternative medicines, people, those who love alternative medicine, and they will educate all of us what Ayurveda offers to attain the well-being. I have today Dr. Joshi with me. He has 20 years of educational experience. He is MD in Ayurveda. He educates and he is expert in Marma Chikitsa. And another faculty is a very familiar figure to the digital world. He is Dr. Piyush Juneja. He has fan following of more than 150,000 Ayurvedic doctors all over the world. And it is our great pleasure to welcome both of them here in the studio of NPAF. So, Dr. Naveen Bhai, with your blessings, and you are rightly so, you are well qualified in me. May I please take a liberty to ask you some questions on Ayurveda today?
Yes. First of all, I am thankful to NPF Canada for first time for bringing two faculties of Ayurveda in a platform. I am grateful to your broadcasting company, event management company, and I hope that such type of activities which you are propagating through your company is or propagate this Ayurvedic science, the glory of the Ayurvedic wisdom across the globe. Yeah. So now you ask the question whatever you want. Yeah.
Thank you so much. With the auspicious blessings of Lord Dhanvantari, we start the proceedings of the day, dear friends, and I will be most of the time busy in managing the questions. People, those who want to make their presence felt, they can go to my timeline, their names, and the questions will also be broadcasted during course of presentation. And my question to you, and all these questions are derived based on algorithm and historical findings, what people are looking for Ayurveda globally. So, Dr. Joshi, you please take 3 to 4 minutes of time. We have abundance of time today, 20 to 25 minutes for each of the faculties, and then we will open up the floor for question and answer. First question to you is that how Ayurveda can fulfill the goal of health for all, please.
Yeah, Ayurveda is a science which the main core theme of this science is there is a Sanskrit quote that is Swastasya Swasthya Rakshanam Aturasya Vikar Prashamnam. That means that First of all, the goal of Ayurveda is to prevent the healthy beings, means to maintain the health of the healthy being. So now the world is focusing towards the wellness and health, and the Ayurvedic main aim and objective is to prevent the disease-free life. And the second goal is aturasya vikara prasamnam cha. That means that to treat the ill, the suffering mankind through different various the procedures and the lifestyle related amendments. So there is two main goal. The first one is the swasthasya swasthya rakshanam, means to maintain the health of the healthy person. So this is a very important aim, and I hope that if world accept the Ayurvedic lifestyle and Ayurvedic wisdom properly, then so many kinds of disease, lifestyle related disorders will not be so common in the world. Yeah, over to Pranav.
Thank you. Very well articulated. So, what is about this Ayurveda way of lifestyle, please? Can you please enlighten us something more about that?
Yeah, actually, in Ayurvedic test, there is a references in which the proper lifestyle that is mentioned in a chapter that is known as Dinacharya and Ritucharya. How you spend your whole day and how you spend according to the season. And this is totally elaborated. The first time focusing on how you can start your day by we just start your day. There is a mentioned quote that you wake up in the Brahma Muhurta, means before the sunrise. In Ayurvedic text, it is mentioned that during the morning hours, the spiritual atmosphere and the high oxygen level and the pranavayu level is high, and so the proper oxygenations will already it goes to our cellular entity, and the cells becomes more active, and the free radicals becomes less. So the wear and tear mechanism is totally controlled, and we can save ourselves from many disorders. This is the first the days we start the day from the Brahma Muhurta Jagaran, that is awakening before the sunrise. And after that, totally it is mentioned that how you can go through your whole day. First of all, take lukewarm water in morning, and how that is properly hygienic water. And after that, you just take your breakfast properly. But before the breakfast and this awakening, there is a time schedule in which the yoga is mentioned in Shadavrita, means you start your day by proper doing the yama niyama asana means the exercise. So we to yogic exercise and pranayam, this is mentioned in Ayurvedic text in the Shadavrita. So this is a totally mentioned in Ayurvedic text. In morning time, you just wake up in the Brahma Muhurta. After that, you just you just take the lukewarm water, and after that you day activities, all the morning activities like going to pass your stool and brush properly. How you brush, it is also mentioned in Ashtanga Shangraha. What type of datun, it means that is proper, the natural way of brushing is mentioned in Ayurvedic text. After that, you just do your Shadavrita, it exercise like yoga. Shadavrita means to proper acharana, means your behavior towards the social peoples, the social activity, and your in the surrounding atmosphere, how you behave. This is mentioned in Shadavrita Prakarana, Shradavita. So the morning time, and after the morning time, there is a totally explained that in day sleep, in which season you sleep or not, and what type of uh, food, and the pathya and apathya means do's and don't. This is all explained in Ayurvedic literature elaborately. And after that, in evening, and what is the time? I want to know about what is the importance of exercise, which is mentioned in Ayurvedic science. Can you explain that people so much type of exercise, like they are going to the gym and rigorous exercise? And can you think that there is some Ayurveda emphasize a particular type of focus on exercise also? Can you explain to the audiences?
Yes, Dr. Joshi, I think this is a very relevant, again, aspect which you have raised today. And in fact, I have one question after this for you. I just got from one of my social
And
media
and and
follower,
and
and
and just I also add a question. I also add a question, as you are also of a research background. So the you just combined both the answers on the same question, and how we can promote research in Ayurveda, which will prove its evidence, as it is evidence-based science. So just you combine both the questions and just answer both the questions in your answer. Yeah, over to you.
right. So let me take first aspect as far as exercise is concerned. And I was mentioning that I got a query. I will definitely ask after my answer to you. You are the best suited person for that. I will let you know after my answer. The point here is, as far as this exercise and this aspect is concerned, in Ayurveda we have seen that already it has been mentioned as far as several kinds of vyayam. uh, Talking about yoga, talking about several asanas, and again, let me put it in that way. And I think many of our audience are still aware about this. Yoga is not just about exercise. Yoga is not just about asana. It is an Ashtanga yoga comprising of eight several aspects of, you can say, physical, mental, psychological exercises as well, which I can put on down that way, and some kind of a spiritual exercises as well later on the stages of various steps of yoga is concerned. So in Ayurveda, we always understand and we always see that yoga is an integral part of Ayurveda. It has been mentioned in several of our texts, and we have seen and we have observed in our day-to-day clinical practice also, that when we recommend certain kind of an exercises, certain kind of yoga asanas, certain kind of, again, diet and lifestyle, you can say, guidance to them, and in lifestyle, definitely exercises are there. So any kind of exercise, let me put in that way, and in researches also, any kind of exercise, be it some yoga asana, be it a rigorous workout, any individual who can tolerate or you can do as per their capability or limit, definitely should follow. Either they can go for a long walk, they can go for a brisk walk or a jogging, they can do some kind of a cardio exercises, some kind of a weightlifting, whatever. In Ayurveda, it has been mentioned that every individual should be doing a particular set of vyayam for a particular duration to make them healthy. And as you have initially mentioned about dincharya, that is a daily routine. So it is clearly mentioned in Ayurveda that for a dincharya, for an ideal dincharya, there has to be a stipulated time for vyayam on a daily basis, which should not be skipped, to ensure that we are living a good and healthy life. And just not only physical exercises, in Ayurveda we have seen and it has been mentioned, and people are following that certain kind of psychological, emotional, mental, spiritual, all these kind of exercises are also mentioned. How to meditate, how to focus, how to take it to the next level in terms of your mental or psychological aspect. So we always should take it seriously, and you all can always write to us for taking further guidance on that. We are just having limited time slot and we need to touch upon certain more aspects. So I'm just pausing here about exercise. Second aspect, which you have rightly mentioned, Dr. Joshi, is about the relevance and importance of research in Ayurveda. See, research means just to ensure that, again, we are putting up all the fundamentals and all the principles of any particular system. Like here, we are talking about Ayurveda to the entire world in their own language, in the structured aspects of today's global, you can say, research which is going on to all the systems of medicines or maybe any other systems as well. Yes, Ayurveda definitely requires a lot of research. Ayurveda is doing a lot of research. Many, we can see countries and many universities right now with the current government are getting associated. They are signing MOUs. Lot of research is going on, happening. You are a founder of an international journal, and I've seen that you are publishing a good amount of research on regular basis. So I would also request all of you who are interested in getting updated themselves, please do follow Dr. Naveen Joshi and his journal, that is Ayush Darpan, for getting all the updated researches are concerned. And relevance is definitely there, and we all should understand that if we need to establish Ayurveda and the fundamentals at a global level, we definitely need to do certain good amount of research on the parameters so that the entire society and community should accept and should ensure that it has been benefited for them. So that is definitely required. Now I would like to ask one aspect of, like as I said in my initial discussion of this answer, that to the exercise, and I got one query also, there is some aspects which is an entirely you can say a separate section or a different section in Ayurveda, which is mentioned, that is known as Vigya, Marm science, Marma science, we can put it as that way. And just for the knowledge of all the audience here, we have Dr. Naveen Joshi. He is an international Marma trainer, an expert. He has been delivering lectures and practical sessions to several countries, including several sessions in India as well as to other part of the world as well. We have seen him performing live sessions on Marma science, and believe me, it is a very, very significant aspect, and the tag or the mindset which many people are having, that Ayurveda is slow or Ayurveda takes time to heal. Marma science or Marma Vigyan, I can say, or Marma therapies are so quickly acting and so impulsive in getting healed that within seconds or within minutes, you people can get healed. So please, Dr. Joshi, can you let us know, or can you please elaborate us, all of us, for this enriched system or this science that is known as Marma?
Thank you, Dr. Piyush. As I am just explaining to the audiences that I and Dr. Piyush both are graduate from the same school, that is the Gurukul Ayurvedic College. It is the oldest Ayurvedic college in India. And what I want to add, the Marma science which explained Dr. Piyush as me a master trainer. So our teacher is Professor Sunil Joshi. He elaborated, who explored this, who revived this science. So I just want to explain that there is a concept among the people that the Ayurveda is slow. But as Dr. Piyush explained that the Marma science is a science, is a unique science which is non-invasive, and it is instant, and as well as it is a very beneficial way of managing the pain as well as the different main ailments. And there are two aspects of the Marma science. One aspect is to maintain the health, that is the wellness, and another aspect is to treat the patient. So I just want to summarize what is Marma science to the audiences, that there are 107 vital points in our body, and body is the best healer. This is a science which is mentioned in the Maharshi Sushruta. Sushruta is a great scholar of Ayurveda, and which is known as the ancient surgeon, as the West people also recognized them as a father of surgery, as father of rhinoplasty. And there is a chapter, Marma Nirdeshya Sarira Adhyaya, in which the vital points are mentioned. And I just want to explain that where in the China, what is the acupressure and acupuncture, it is also a science which is derived from the Marma science. Marma science is a Vedic science. It is beyond the Ayurveda. Means at ancient time, when there is no other pathies, then people want to treat themselves by self-healing methods. So there are some vital points by which proper stimulation, by identifying these points by a well-trained expert, you can treat many types of cases like the frozen shoulder, like the cerebral palsy, as well as it is also for the weight management, and as well as to manage the hypertension as well as the hypotension, as well as to maintain the endocrine disorders. So it is a very interesting therapy, as well as the science, as well as the technology. There is no medicine. We are not using any medicine, as well as we are not giving stimulation by any instrument, and it is very easy. Like I just want to explain one thing, that if you have a blood pressure, if your blood pressure is raised, I'm just giving the example of a marma therapy process to the audiences. You just bend your middle finger, and there is a point. This is known as the tala hridaya marma. By stimulating this point, you can control your blood pressure. You just take evidence. You just take your blood pressure before stimulating this point, and after stimulating this point, you just take the blood pressure. You just find the difference. So as Dr. Pius also explained about the panchkarma process, the Shirodhara also has a very effective, but it affects our Simanta marma, that is located in the head region. So by practicing, by stimulating these marma points, we can maintain our health, which is an important aspect of Ayurvedic wisdom, that is the swasthasya swasthya rakshanam. So how this science is now practicing all over the India as well as the abroad. We are just training to the doctors as well as the paramedical staffs, and also to the attendant of the patient also. So in our OPDs, so many patients are coming for frozen shoulder, as well as for the brachial plexus injury, for the cerebral palsy, and different type of the osteoarthritis. The knee replacement is also a very common problem during this modern lifestyle, as well as the backache problem, as we are giving Katik Basti to the Panchkarma. So marma points of the back region, as well as the upper extremity, lower extremity, these are very effective for treating many cases. So it is a very important and very important Ayurvedic wisdom, which is hidden science. Previously, this was not practiced so familiarly. So I hope that by this medium also, the people of the West also have an interest to know this science. And by NPAFIC Canada Broadcasting, this company, I hope that the essence of Ayurveda flourish across the globe. Thank you, Dr. Pius.
Yeah, dear friends, may I audible to you now? Am I audible to you now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It took a very long time to stabilize the transmission today, and fortunately, none of the listener left us. It's a good sign. We are live on multiple channels. People are listening to you. May I request you to take the questions of your social media feedback if you want to. If anybody is asking, because I'm at a blind spot, I won't be able to bring those questions to you. So. If you want to acknowledge any of the individual who is asking you a question, to book your appointment and to advise them to contact you at your website or your contact details, if you like to share with them.
Yeah, as so many questions are there in my social media profile also. So I'm just giving my website, that is, as Piyush already explained, it is ayushdarpan.org for English, and for the Hindi, it is ayushdarpan.com. My email ID is ayushdarpan@gmail.com. And if anybody wants to contact with me, they can write down my number. It is +91 9411137993 and +91 97608 And I'm very thankful to the NPAFIC Canada, and I over to Dr. Pius if they have there is any question, and I also hope that he will share his number as well as his website, as well as he's running a very good community of the Indian Vaidya, and so many Ayurvedic doctors are connected with him. So I hope that he also share his connectivity as well as the number as well as the website to the audiences. Over to Piyush.
Thank you, Dr. Joshi. So first of all, again, I would like to thank NPAF and Dr. Praveen for Dr. Pranav for Dr. Naveen and Dr. Pranav for creating this platform. And Dr. Pranav, there is one question on my profile that all these videos people are not able to, if they are not able to see live, so they are asking that all the recordings will be available and they will be seeing the recordings after this
We
session?
will try our best. Since last 20 minutes, the transmission is going well. We have a huge bandwidth issue from Uttarakhand, but without Dr. Navin Joshi, the proceedings were not going ahead. There was a no-go. So we cannot counter against the natural calamities. Next time, what we will do is, I have a plan. We will. I do have recording of some parts were really bad. We will do a lot of editing of the video, and we will try to rebroadcast the same event. And we deeply apologize for all the inconvenience caused to our viewers today. Things were beyond our control right from the time when we started. But as we announced the program, we were on a Breaker TV, Neo TV, Africa TV. We were on multiple television channels today. We are receiving a lot of feedbacks. Of course, there were issues with the transmission, but the portion of transmission for last 20 minutes is very clear. So please convey a message that we will try our best to do editing and repost them on different social media.
Sure, thank you. And as far as my website and details are concerned, again, you can all find me by the name that is Dr. Piyush Juneja, which is DrPiyushJuneja.com is my site. And as Dr. Joshi mentioned that we have recently started a community and a platform known as IndianVaidyas.com. All the Ayurveda physicians, doctors, and consultants are also known as Vaidyas. Vaidya is a Sanskrit word, means doctor or a healer or a medical person. So by virtue of Ayurveda, we all are Vaidyas, and we are proud of that. So we got a very good response, and right now we have around nearly 20,000 Ayurveda doctors and students on this platform being registered, and we will be soon launching our mobile applications respectively for Android and iOS platforms. And we also will be propagating and disseminating information about Ayurveda through this platform. So please do like us and follow us on all these. As a clinician, I have a clinic in Delhi NCR, that is Ghaziabad, which already Dr. Pranav has mentioned in the initial talk. And I again thank Dr. Pranav and NPAF to providing and creating this opportunity and allowing us to connect with all of you. Do let us know if any further queries are concerned as far as your interest in Ayurveda is there, and we will be happy to answer you at any aspect. Thank you.
Yeah, dear friends, it seems the voice is clear. Would you be able to? There is no feedback, adverse feedback coming for audibility of the proceedings for last 20 minutes. We are still on air, and I have a portion of the proceedings of today. When we wrap up today's conversation, I would like to leave behind everyone with a few thoughts. It's when two of the elite faculties delivered the presentation, of course, in the patches, there are good patches as well, but it is like, situation is like after Sachin Tendulkar batted, number 11 is coming to the crease and trying to deliver a subjective presentation, which would not be doing a justice.
I want to know that how Ayurveda can fulfill the goal of health to all. What? Yeah, you just explain. Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as Ayurveda is concerned, we need to understand that, as Dr. Joshi correctly said, and first of all, I would also like to thank NPAF and Dr. Pranav to provide us this opportunity. So as far as Ayurveda is concerned, and as Dr. Joshi correctly mentioned, that there are two aspects in Ayurveda. One is prevention, in which we always ensure that an adequate diet and lifestyle is maintained through the Ayurveda principles. And second is the treatment part, in which we ensure that anybody who is suffering from health issue should get a good solution as far as the Ayurveda principles and medicines are concerned. So the definition of health as per WHO also constitutes about physical, mental, psychological, and social health. And in Ayurveda, it's already mentioned 1,000 years ago that an ideal definition as far as swasthya is concerned, it is sharirik, mansik, and then if we are saying about psychological aspect, so the definitions are already very well mentioned in Ayurveda about man and atma, and all the concepts are there. So all the principles of Ayurveda, if applied on a life in a daily or as well as a seasonal basis, as Dr. Joshi mentioned, we can always attain a good health in which all our parameters as far as physical health is concerned, mental health is concerned, emotional health is concerned, and then socially, we can lead to a good life, and we can the quality of life can be excellent. And we have seen in our day-to-day clinics as well that when we advise to a particular patient also, and if they follow the dietary and lifestyle guidelines along with the treatment, they are able to get healed quickly, and they are able to ensure that the particular issue is not again getting occurred in their physical or mental well-being. So Ayurveda address all that aspects in a very scientific manner, which I can say.
Yeah, very nice views. And I think you are a good practitioner, and day to day you are countering the patients. So what do you think about the lifestyle problems, and what is the remedies it is explained in the Ayurvedic science? Can you tell and can you elaborate it to the Western audiences, which is just on watching you on the different TV channels? Can you explain what type of lifestyle amendment we can do in our daily life according to the Ayurvedic principle? Just explain it simply. Yeah, Dr. P.
Yeah. So, as far as lifestyle disorders are concerned, Dr. Joshi, you correctly pointed out this issue, and this I can say uh, uh, so many countries are now, the entire shift is going towards the non-communicable diseases, that is, and predominantly in non-communicable diseases, we have a bouquet and a major chunk of all those diseases which are related to lifestyle these days. You talk about diabetes, you talk about obesity, you talk about COD, any specific disease these days are very well related to the lifestyle. And if we correct our diet and lifestyle, say as clinicians, as Ayurveda doctors and consultants, that sometimes we have seen a tremendous healing in all these patients. So I want to suggest certain aspects as far as maintaining a healthy lifestyle is concerned to all the people who are listening us today. Kindly ensure that in your diet and lifestyle, there are some aspects as per Ayurveda which we need to under. Like for example, when we talk about diet, so science and medical science are already mentioning about a balanced, healthy diet, and we all know that there are certain constituents as far as carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamins, and minerals are concerned. And we all know that we need to take healthy diets, we need to take good intake of fruits, vegetables, and all. However,
Yeah.
in Ayurveda, there are specific aspects mentioned to this particular diet. For example, the basic principles are, as mentioned in Ayurveda, first, always ensure that whatever the seasonal vegetables and fruits we have as per our season, kindly prefer those rather than other vegetables or fruits which are not meant to that particular season. These days, due to the evolved chain of logistics and the facilities and the technology we have, we all are getting all the fruits and vegetables in all the seasons, which is fine. However, in Ayurveda, and we have seen scientifically also in many research studies, and it is published as well, that when we follow a diet specifically focused to a particular season in terms of fruits and vegetables, it is always beneficial to us. That is point number one. Second, again in Ayurveda it is mentioned that a particular person or a community which is belonging to a particular geographical area should prefer the available locally the vegetables and fruits which are available in their particular region. Again, as per the virtue of globalization and as per the virtue of again an excellent logistics, we are getting every fruit and vegetable at any part of the world right now. However, again, as we follow the Ayurveda principle, it is always preferred. Yes, we can always try, we can always taste, we can always get a flavor of a particular exotic or maybe other location fruit and vegetable. That is fine. However, in our daily routine, we should always prefer that particular vegetable, fruit, or grains which are grown in our local community. It is always beneficial for us to maintain that. Third, as far as
Yeah.
Ayurveda is concerned, for a healthy diet, we always ensure that whenever we are taking a combination, there has to be all the ingredients, all the flavors. And if you talk about Ayurveda, there are rasas which are mentioned for a particular balanced diet, that is known as madhur, amla, lavan, that is sweet. If you talk about madhur, then lavan, if you talk about, is a kind of a salty ingredient or content if you are having. Then is related to a bit, you can say, acidic or citric kind of flavor, or maybe some kind of a lemon or that kind of a stuff. These are three. Then katu, tiks, kashai. These three are also there, which are meant to sour, then bitter. So all these flavors, all these ingredients should be there in a balanced diet. That means we should not always take all the sweets every time, or maybe all the spices. It has to be an ideal combination in our diet so that we can lead to a healthy life. So I think these principles should always be taken care of. And there are enormous knowledge and enormous, you can say, detailed discussion, and we can definitely go on and on. But due to limitation of time, we can touch upon certain fundamentals right now in the today's session. But we can always have a specific discussion, and whosoever is interested from our audience, Dr. Joshi and me are very much pleased to take your questions offline after this session as well. And if anyone is need an elaborated uh, information about an Ayurvedic diet, please let us know. Dr. Joshi already, I think he has published a lot on this. I have seen his papers and publications in various international and journals and national journals. He is a researcher and an excellent academician. I am a clinical practitioner. I am more focused on day-to-day clinical practice. So please let us know if you have any further query on this. Over to you, Dr.
Okay.
Joshi.
Okay. Just I think just wait as I got the signal. So Panchkarma is very known term which is used in Ayurveda, as well as the people also are familiar about the Panchkarma as a detoxification process. Can you slightly elaborate to the West audience that what is Panchkarma and how it is good for maintaining the health and wellness? Can you explain it the audiences which are eager to hear you about what is the detoxification process?
Excellent question, Dr. Joshi. I think you had raised a very relevant aspect of Ayurveda, that is Panchkarma in these days. See, just to understand in a layman, I can say language or a mindset in which all the people from West and other parts of the world are listening to us right now. Let me put up on in this way, which we have started a campaign in our clinics and centers as well. See, all of us are having either a car or a vehicle or a bike or something like that in any part of our life, and we always ensure that after running a certain kilometer, we are taking those cars and bikes to a service center to do a kind of a servicing and to ensuring that they will be doing good after that. However, all of us, as far as our bodies are concerned, we are not going to any service center or any that kind of a procedure that after a certain point of time, maybe say 6 months or 1 year, we all need a kind of a service. It is kind of an overhauling in terms of like again, if we can compare with a bike or a bicycle or a car or whatever, a general way of doing an oiling, same applies to our body as well. Cleaning the entire stuff. I will be coming on that aspect as far as Panchkarma is concerned. But first of all, I want to make a point and a relevance that why Panchkarma is required and why Ayurveda is emphasized on a very specific aspect of Panchkarma, why it has been mentioned by our acharyas and it has been elaborated to all these aspects, and how a person is following a regular Panchkarma regime is able to live a good quality of life for so many years. So the basic concept is it will be cleaning the body, it will be ensuring that our entire system is getting detoxified with the help of certain therapies and herbs. So now, if we understand the relevance, let's understand about Panchkarma in a bit, you can say, elaborated way. Panch means five. If we translate the word, that is Panch Karma. Panch means five, and Karma means procedure. So there are main five procedures as far as Panchkarma is concerned. There are certain Panchkarma main procedures that are known as Purkrams, means pre-procedures, and there are certain post procedures after the main procedures. Those are known as Paschatya or post procedures. So as far as Panchkarma is concerned, the entire procedure is being taken to ensure that a body or a person is getting detoxified as far as the physical level is concerned, and to certain aspects the mental or psychological level is concerned. If we talk about the pre-procedures, there are Snehan and Svedan, means the oiling of the body and providing the steam to the body. And why these two procedures are important? Because whenever we are doing the detoxification or the cleaning of the body with all these toxins due to the current state of pollution, current state of several infections being spread out and all that kind of stuff in the world, we need to detoxify or we need to clean our body at a regular interval of time. So to
And just I want to know that how Ayurveda can fulfill the goal of health to all. What? Yeah, you just explain. Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as Ayurveda is concerned, we need to understand that, as Dr. Joshi correctly said, and first of all, I would also like to thank NPAF and Dr. Pranav to provide us this opportunity. So as far as Ayurveda is concerned, and as Dr. Joshi correctly mentioned, that there are two aspects in Ayurveda. One is prevention, in which we always ensure that an adequate diet and lifestyle is maintained through the Ayurveda principles. And second is the treatment part, in which we ensure that anybody who is suffering from health issue should get a good solution as far as the Ayurveda principles and medicines are concerned. So the definition of health as per WHO also constitutes about physical, mental, psychological, and social health. And in Ayurveda, it's already mentioned 1,000 years ago that an ideal definition as far as swasthya is concerned, it is sharirik, mansik, and then if we are saying about psychological aspect, so the definitions are already very well mentioned in Ayurveda about man and atma, and all the concepts are there. So all the principles of Ayurveda, if applied on a life in a daily or as well as a seasonal basis, as Dr. Joshi mentioned, we can always attain a good health in which all our parameters as far as physical health is concerned, mental health is concerned, emotional health is concerned, and then socially, we can lead to a good life, and the quality of life can be excellent. And we have seen in our day-to-day clinics as well that when we advise to a particular patient also, and if they follow the dietary and lifestyle guidelines along with the treatment, they are able to get healed quickly, and they are able to ensure that the particular issue is not again getting occurred in their physical or mental well-being. So Ayurveda address all that aspects in a very scientific manner, which I can say.
Yeah, very nice, Piyush. And I think you are a good practitioner, and day to day you are countering the patients. So what do you think about the lifestyle problems, and what is the remedies it is explained in the Ayurvedic science? Can you tell and can you elaborate it to the Western audiences, which is just on watching you on the different TV channels? Can you explain what type of lifestyle amendment we can do in our daily life according to the Ayurvedic principle? Just explain it simply. Yeah, Dr. P.
Yeah. So as far as lifestyle disorders are concerned, Dr. Joshi, you correctly pointed out this issue, and this I can say uh, uh, so many countries are now, the entire shift is going towards the non-communicable diseases, that is, and predominantly in non-communicable diseases we have a bouquet and a major chunk of all those diseases which are related to lifestyle these days. You talk about diabetes, you talk about obesity, you talk about PCOD, any specific disease these days are very well related to lifestyle. And if we correct our diet and lifestyle, say as clinicians, as Ayurveda doctors and consultants, that sometimes we have seen a tremendous healing in all these patients. So I want to suggest certain aspects as far as maintaining a healthy lifestyle is concerned to all the people who are listening us today. Kindly ensure that in your diet and lifestyle, there are some aspects as per Ayurveda which you need to under. Like for example, when we talk about diets, so science and medical science are already mentioning about a balanced healthy diet, and we all know that there are certain constituents as far as carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamins, and minerals are concerned. And we all know that we need to take healthy diets, we need to take good intake of fruits, vegetables, and all. However,
Yeah.
in Ayurveda, there are specific aspects mentioned to this particular diet. For example, the basic principles are, as mentioned in Ayurveda, first, always ensure that whatever the seasonal vegetables and fruits we have as per our season, kindly prefer those rather than other vegetables or fruits which are not meant to that particular season. These days, due to the evolved chain of logistics and the facilities and the technology we have, we all are getting all the fruits and vegetables in all the seasons, which is fine. However, in Ayurveda, and we have seen scientifically also in many research studies, and it is published as well, that when we follow a diet specifically focused to a particular season in terms of fruits and vegetables, it is always beneficial to us. That is point number one. Second, again in Ayurveda, it is mentioned that a particular person or a community which is belonging to a particular geographical area should prefer the available locally the vegetables and fruits which are available in their particular region. Again, as per the virtue of globalization and as per the virtue of again an excellent logistics, we are getting every fruit and vegetable at any part of the world this right now. However, again, as we follow the Ayurveda principle, it is always preferred. Yes, we can always try, we can always taste, we can always get a flavor of a particular exotic or maybe other location fruit and vegetable. That is fine. However, in our daily routine, we should always prefer that particular vegetable, fruit, or grains which are grown in our local community. It is always beneficial for us to maintain that. Third, as far as
Yeah.
Ayurveda is concerned, for a healthy diet, we always ensure that whenever we are taking a combination, there has to be all the ingredients, all the flavors. And if you talk about Ayurveda, there are rasas which are mentioned for a particular balanced diet. that is known as madhur, amla, lavan, that is sweet. If you talk about madhur, then lam, if you talk about, is kind of a salty ingredient or content if you are having. Then is related to a bit, you can say, acidic or citric kind of flavor, or maybe some kind of a lemon or that kind of a stuff. These are three. Then katu, tiks, kashai. These three are also there, which are meant to sour, then bitter. So all these flavors, all these ingredients should be there in a balanced diet. That means we should not always take all the sweets every time, or maybe all the spices. It has to be an ideal combination in our diet so that we can lead to a healthy life. So I think these principles should always be taken care of. And there are enormous knowledge and enormous, you can say, detailed discussion, and we can definitely go on and on. But due to limitation of time, we can touch upon certain fundamentals right now in the today's session. But we can always have a specific discussion, and whosoever is interested from our audience, Dr. Joshi and me are very much pleased to take your questions offline after this session as well. And if anyone is need an elaborated information about an Ayurvedic diet, please let us know. Dr. Joshi already, I think he has published a lot on this. I have seen his papers and publications in various international and journals and national journals. He is a researcher and an excellent academician. I am a clinical practitioner. I am more focused on day-to-day clinical practice. So please let us know if you have any further query on this. Over to you,
Okay,
Dr. Joshi.
just I think just wait as I got the signal.
Dear viewers of Ayurvedic medicine today, we try to bring in two elite faculties from India. Time and again, the transmission dropped down. The things were beyond our control. There were weather adversity right from the beginning of the transmission at Uttarakhand. However, as we all know, that the faculties and Ayurvedic practitioners reside at India. The best of the best Ayurvedic doctors are available at India, and we made our best possible endeavor today to bring them live, but connection was dropping time and again. We do have the radio, audio, video recording. We do have the radio signals captured on a separate server. We will be editing those videos. We'll try to broadcast them again in different patches. But as you all know, both the doctors were commanding the expertise that rightly deserves to practice Ayurveda. They both have more than 20 years of experience, and in part, we would like to bring them again in days to come in the year of 2000 and in 2019, 2020, 2021. We intend to organize a couple of more programs on Ayurvedic medicine. As we all know, circadian rhythm has put Ayurveda at a different level. And I was referring all the documents of Dr. Michael and the team. And when we learn more on Ayurvedic medicine, we feel like that had circadian rhythm would have been, that was, the first Nobel Prize was to be given, it would have been given to Bhrigu Samhita, who classically elucidated circadian rhythm for the cardiac disorder. Every shloka, every theorem given in the Ayurvedic medicine commands great respect. We are passing through a lot of pandemic situation all over the world. We do not have remedy of all the situations hovering around the world. In such a scenario, to have a complementary and alternative medicine that can help all of us to have a better life, then why not to bring the experts of a subject that has helped mankind for more than 5,000 to 6,000 years, since the time of Ashwini Kumar, Lord Brahma, and Lord Dhanvantari. I thank once again to both the faculties today for the time and resources they put behind. We deeply apologize today to the audience. However, whatever the portion of live transmission came in a good format, I kindly request you to follow them, approach them. They are widely available. They are based in India, and we would like to bring each one of you on a one-to-one basis. There are a lot of preparations. It is not so that we connect a Skype call and bring them over. While organizing the program at India, the most challenging task is of the bandwidth connectivity. And once we work out for the bandwidth at India, and once India has connectivity through Ethernet code, we will be able to bring more faculties from India. Till such time, stay tuned, continue to visit NPAF. You will definitely get something more to learn, to understand in healthcare segment. I thank you so much again for your time and resources you all allocated. And special thanks to Dr. Piyush Juneja and to Dr. Naveen Chandra Joshi